Now, there's a lot of utility in some of these cryptos that are coming. And so I just tell them that, if you remember back in 97, there were missed opportunities and, you could have bought the next Amazons, or you could have been buying the Amazon and Google and all that. Well, I tell everybody, those companies? They're like, oh yeah, I know those. I go, well, guess what? Ripples, Coinbases, there's so many different companies out there today that we're going to fill that role in this next bump up. And so there's opportunities there. So I tell them, you're not. And so I end usually with, don't worry, you're not too late. You're actually still very early in the process. You still can come in and you can transform your life and create generational wealth in this space if you diversify in it.
That's right. But you got to appreciate and understand what this is, and that this doesn't come around many times in our lifetime. I mean, just once in a lifetime opportunity, brother. And there's most of the things that we've missed is either we didn't know, we didn't have the money, we didn't have the, whatever it was. And I think people, it's funny because I always tell people, don't treat this like a lottery ticket. But if you were going to treat it like a lottery ticket, which you shouldn't, think of it like we're giving, like each project out here, some of these projects like Ripple, XLMX, there's a lot of them that you're getting the winning numbers. And all you got to do is go back and figure out why. So it's like you're getting the answer, go back and figure out the question. So if someone says Ripple or XRP, go figure out why. Like this, I've never been in a position like, and I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. Me and you talked about it backstage. It was a struggle, even though I could follow what successful people was doing. There was no one gave me anything. I had to go out there and research and put in the work and have the money and all the stuff. This is sometimes it feels like it's too easy that people don't appreciate it, man. When you sit up there and you tell stories of people making $100,000 or $1 million, whatever, if you haven't made that money, people can't fathom. So they think it's a joke.
They do. Well, and the other side too of it is, fortunately, a lot of people hear about the space as a get-rich-quick scheme. Mm-hmm. And so here's what happens. They come into this space. They hop into really quickly into some kind of shit coin or some kind of meme coin. And because if you're not in those very early, boy, those things can move very quickly and you can lose a boatload. And so they come in, they lose their money, they get a bad taste, and they leave. And I tell them, like, okay, listen, if you want to get rich quick, go to the casino. You actually have a better chance. You seriously do, Jay. You have a 48% chance if you bet on red or black on roulette. That's the highest odds you're ever going to get in life. Okay? Yeah, that's you want to take a gamble. Here, there are so many good technologies. If you're willing to just, and here's the problem. Nobody has time. Nobody wants to put the time. But if you're willing to put the time in and do some research, you can really find some really good utility, real-world solved solutions out here that these blockchains are going to solve.
Yeah.
And for me, I want to be invested in those because that's where we're headed. You want to be looking at where are we going in the future and how can we invest in some of the rails? You don't want to be the guy riding the train. You want to be the guy owning the tracks.
That's right.
That's where the money is. So to me, that's why I'm excited about crypto and blockchain technology, because it's a chance to own the rails moving forward.
That's right. And I think one of the things people need to also do is make sure they're careful on who they're following. And that's why I see so much value in what you guys are doing with Good Morning Crypto, what we're doing here at Crypto for Life, you, Abs, Coach JV. I always say, you have to be very, very careful who you follow. And I think sometimes some of those stories about memes where a guy put in $69 in a meme on Solana and it turned into 2 million. Sometimes that's not such a good thing because he made it, but what about the tens of thousands that get wrecked? And I always say, the greatest thing about crypto is anybody can do it. And the worst thing about crypto, is anybody can do it. And so at the end of the day, I think, you just got to be really smart who you listen to, and what information you're following. So that's definitely it.